Officer Caleb Thorne spit the words like venom. "Dirty old crook like you doesn't get to act all sweet." He smacked Evelyn Harper's pharmacy bag from her trembling hands. Pill bottles flew across the floor like guilty secrets. His heavy boot crushed her arthritis pills, grinding until the label with her name smeared into nothing. The sharp stink of his cheap cologne mixed with the bitter dust of broken medicine, stinging her eyes. Officer Vance yanked her thin arms higher, cuffs cutting into her fragile wrists. "Look at her," Thorne yelled to the scared shoppers, pretending she's just browsing. Evelyn stood tall, quiet, her sweater slipping off one shoulder. Thorne, high on his own power, had no clue the woman he was. Dragging away was the mother of a federal agent who could ruin his life. Before we go on, tell me where in the world you're watching from and hit that subscribe button because tomorrow's story will break your heart. Evelyn Harper's old blue Toyota pulled into the same parking spot at Willow Creek Pharmacy had saved for her for 20 years. Morning light stretched long shadows over the cracked pavement as she grabbed her purse and prescription list. Her sore fingers fumbled with the door handle before she finally stepped out. The familiar bell jingled as she walked in, nodding to Mrs. Larson behind the counter, who'd known Evelyn since she was still teaching second grade. The bright lights buzzed overhead, shining on neat rows of medicine and bandages. "Morning." "Mrs. Harper," called Joey, the young stock boy who used to sit in her classroom. "Need help today?" "No, thank you, sweetheart," Evelyn said with a soft smile. "Just my usual." Her shoes clicked gently on the worn floor. Arthritis made every step hurt, but she moved slow and steady. Her list was short: pain pills for her joints, diabetes strips, maybe some soft socks on sale. The bell jingled again. 2 cops marched in, boots loud and mean. Officer Thorne led the way, chest puffed out like he owned the place. Officer Vance followed, eyes darting like a hunted dog. Evelyn barely noticed, reaching into her purse for her coupons. She pulled out the thick stack she'd cut and sorted with love. As she did, she felt cold eyes on her. She looked up. Thorne was staring hard. A chill ran down her spine. At the counter, she handed Mrs. Larson her prescriptions. "How's your granddaughter doing in school?" she asked, voice warm, even though her stomach twisted with worry. "She made the honor roll," Mrs. Larson glowed. "Still talks about you, Mrs. Harper." Before Evelyn could answer, Thorne was suddenly beside her, too close. His badge flashed under the lights. "Ma'am, empty your purse, now!" Evelyn's back went straight, like when a child lied to her face. "Excuse me? You heard him wrong. I said empty it," he growled. "I will not," Evelyn said, voice low but strong. "I've shopped here for 30 years. You don't get to treat me like trash." People stopped. Mrs. Larson froze, bag half ready. Vance stepped to Evelyn's other side, trapping her. "Last chance," Thorne hissed. Evelyn held her purse tight. "I know my rights." Vance grabbed her arm so hard she gasped. Pain shot through her shoulder. "Take your hands off me," she said, voice shaking but proud. "I taught your children. I am not a criminal." Joey tried to step forward. "Sir, she's—" "Back off," Thorne roared. A young mom started filming with shaky hands. An old man with a walker shook his head, tears in his eyes. Then it happened fast. Thorne spun Evelyn around and slammed her into the shelf. Boxes crashed down. Her cheek pressed cold metal. Her hips screamed as he twisted her arms back. Cold cuffs snapped on her wrists. "We got a dealer, folks," Thorne announced loud, proud. "Big time?" "That's a lie," Evelyn cried, tears burning. "It's my arthritis medicine." He dragged her outside, half carrying her. Her legs gave out, pain exploding in her hip. Customers watched through the windows, crying, helpless. They threw her in the cruiser like garbage. In the back seat, Evelyn sat straight, tears falling silent. She thought of her mama's words during hard days. "Keep your head high when they try to break you." She'd lived through worse. She would live through this. At the station, a tall black sergeant looked up, eyes wide. "What in God's name?" "Drug bust," Thorne bragged. Sergeant Lena Brooks came around the desk. "That's Evelyn Harper, the teacher. Unlock those cuffs right now." Thorne grumbled, but did it. Lena leaned close to Evelyn. "Ma'am, are you hurt?" "My hip," Evelyn whispered. Lena's face turned to stone. "Get her water, and call her family." Evelyn's voice was small but clear. "Call my son." Michael Harper. Lena froze. Everyone knew that name. FBI agent Michael Harper. The man who almost brought this whole department down years ago. I'll call him myself, Lena said. Outside, the sun kept shining like nothing had happened. But everything was about to. In Washington, Michael Harper was finishing a briefing when his phone kept buzzing. He stepped out and listened to the voicemails. His heart stopped. He told his team, family emergency, and ran. On the plane, he stared out the window, fists clenched so tight his knuckles went white. They hurt his mama. The same crooked cops he'd tried to stop years ago. This time, they'd gone too far. Back in the cell, Evelyn sat on the hard bench, hip throbbing, wrists raw. But her eyes stayed dry and fierce. She prayed soft and steady. Her boy was coming. And when Michael Harper came for his mama, the whole town would feel it. Night fell. Lena slipped Evelyn a little pillow and a cup of tea. "He's on his way," she whispered. Evelyn squeezed her hand. "Thank you, baby." At midnight, Michael's car tore into town. He went straight to his mama's little white house. It smelled like lemon polish and Sunday dinners. He walked through the quiet rooms, touching her crossword puzzle still open on the table, her Bible with the bookmark at Psalm 37. He stood in her bedroom doorway and made a promise out loud. "They're going to pay Mama, every single one." Next morning, he walked into the station like a storm. Chief Rollins held up a bag of white pills, grinning. "Look what we found in Teacher Harper's purse." Michael's voice was ice. "Those weren't there yesterday." Rollins shrugged. "Evidence is evidence." Michael didn't argue. He just turned and left. He knew fighting here was useless. He went to the pharmacy. People looked away, scared, but one young mom whispered, "They've done this before, but my friend Lily filmed it." She hid her phone. Hope sparked in Michael's chest. That afternoon, he met Lily in the park shadows. She handed him the video with shaking hands. "Mrs. Harper taught me to read," she said, crying. "I couldn't let them win." The video was perfect. Clear sound, clear cruelty, clear innocence. Michael sent it straight to Federal Internal Affairs. By evening, Thorne and Vance were suspended. People started gathering outside the station with signs. "Free Mrs. Harper, justice for Evelyn." The town was waking up. But the next night, everything flipped. At 11 p.m., cruisers surrounded Evelyn's house again. Chief Rollins himself walked in with a new warrant. They tore Michael's evidence wall apart, took his laptop, took her medicine. Evelyn stood at the top of the stairs in her nightgown, pale and shaking. "Mom!" Michael shouted as she swayed. He caught her just before she fell. Her heart was racing too fast. Ambulance came. Michael rode with her, holding her cold hand while cops stole everything he'd built. At the hospital, the doctor said, "Severe stress. Possible heart strain. We're keeping her." Michael sat by her bed all night, holding back tears that wouldn't come. "Only rage." Then Evelyn whispered, "Baby, I saved something." His heart stopped again. "What?" "A flash drive. From your old case. Everything they tried to burn. It's in my biscuit tin under the false bottom." Michael kissed her forehead and ran. He found it. Years of proof, emails, money trails, photos of Chief Rollins shaking hands with rehab center owners who paid him to send old black folks to their beds for profit. He sent it all to the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. 24 hours later, before sunrise, black SUVs rolled into town like silent thunder. Federal agents kicked indoors. Thorne and Vance were caught half-dressed in the locker room, faces slammed to the floor. "Chief." Rollins ran out his back door in pajamas and got tackled in his own wet grass. Handcuffs clicked. Cameras flashed. The empire fell in one morning. Evelyn watched from her hospital bed, holding Michael's hand, tears running quiet and proud. Charges dropped. Cases reopened. Victims finally heard. A week later, the town threw a party for Evelyn at the community center. Hundreds came, babies she taught to read. Grown men who still called her Mrs. Harper. Grandmas who brought peach cobbler in tears. They gave her flowers, a settlement, a corner in the pharmacy named after her, and a new award at the high school for courage, the Evelyn Harper Stand Tall Award. The young woman who filmed everything got a medal from the Justice Department. Sergeant Lena Brooks became the new interim chief, and Michael was asked to lead a national task force protecting elders from abuse. But the best part came on a quiet Sunday morning. Michael drove Evelyn back to the pharmacy. She was nervous, fingers twisting her purse strap. He squeezed her hand. "You ready, Mama?" She took a shaky breath. "I'm ready." They walked in together. The bell jingled. Everyone turned and smiled, real smiles. The manager cried and hugged her. They showed her the new corner with her pictures and the plaque that said, "For the woman who taught us dignity is stronger than any badge." Evelyn touched the words with trembling fingers and cried happy tears. A little girl tugged her sleeve. "Mrs. Harper, when I grow up, I want to be brave like you." Evelyn knelt slow, ignoring the pain in her hip, and hugged the child. "You already are, baby," she whispered. "You already are." They walked out into sunlight. No fear, no shame. Just a small, strong woman and her son. Heads high, hearts full, knowing love and truth had won. And somewhere, bullies learned the hardest lesson of all. Never mess with a teacher's mama. I hope that story touched your heart. Please like, subscribe, and share so more people can feel this one. Tell me where you're watching from. I read every comment. See you tomorrow for another story that'll stay with you.